Hey guys, good evening. Um, I wanted to kind of let you know tonight why I haven't been doing my walk and talks the last couple of nights. We're having a super bloom out here with the red shank, and it's just an unbelievable sea of blossoms that's just killing me. And I can't, I gotta when I go on the walk, I gotta wear a mask, and that's just not working to walk and talk with that on there. So it looks like for at least the next month, it's going to be the way it will be. Me in my office here, and I'll do it right from my office instead. So I went down to urgent care yesterday because I was having trouble breathing, and I just want to make sure that I didn't have pneumonia or some other thing. And they checked me out good. They listened to my lungs, and they said, "No, you're just having an allergic reaction." So they recommended some medications for me, some prescriptions, and I got to go get those from the pharmacy tomorrow. So hopefully that will help me. And then I've got my little inhaler, this thing right here. You guys are probably familiar with these. And I've been using this thing like about every hour. I take a puff off it, and that's very unusual for me. The way it's been for me with that thing is like maybe every 6 months I might have to take a puff off it for my asthma, and that's been it. But boy, this has been so bad, it kind of freaked me out. So I went on Google. I said, "How often can I use that?" And they said, "Oh, about every 3 minutes. You can take a puff off of it about 20 times an hour, you know." I thought, God, all right, cool. So it's turning out about once an hour. I got to take puff off that, and it really helps me. It's mostly just here in my throat and down a little bit into my chest. And then the other problem that I've been having is my feet have been kind of swollen up. And I'm thinking this has got steroids in it, and steroids can make your feet swell. So that's probably got something to do with that. Anyways, you don't want to hear about my physical problems, but I thought I'd give you an explanation on those in case you have the same kind of thing happen to you. That's basically what it is. So, on the political news, as you all know, the Democratic Convention is going. Excuse me, the Democrat Convention. That's the way Fox Corporation says it. They don't want to say Democratic Convention has been going. I guess they had Joe Biden on there last night. I don't know if he was the last speaker or whatever, but it was like 10 or 10:30 when they started with him, I think, or finished with him. And I'm thinking, I didn't watch it to see, what was going on, because most of that stuff just bores me. And I'm thinking, man, I don't see how they kept him awake that long. But they have some interesting people coming up. They've got a whole list of Republicans that are actually going to speak at their convention that are not voting for Trump. Adam Kinzinger is probably the best known one. The mayor of Tucson, Arizona, and some other people that I don't know real well. I wish they'd gotten Mike Pence. Wouldn't that have been great if Mike Pence had came? Because Mike Pence has said he's not going to vote for him. But wouldn't it have been great if he come to the convention and spoke? That would have been terrific. So, yeah, they're going, and I guess probably Thursday night will be the night that Harris, takes the nomination. And I made the prediction that Taylor Swift's going to show up and maybe be the one that introduces her. I'm hoping it works out that way. But she certainly isn't the person that I would have picked. And I think I've been over um, my view as to how this should have been done. And I've said it before, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a registered Democrat. And I wrote a letter to both of my senators, who are both Democrats here in California, after after Biden has meltdown. And I said, hey, he's got to go. And here's the way that you get a new nominee. And I gave them my explanation of how it should be done. And they didn't do it. And the thing that's always concerned me is that the reason that Biden has stepped down was because he was pressured by people in the party, because the Democrats and the independents that are going to vote for him no longer had faith in his judgment. So 20 minutes after he announces his retirement, he just basically hands off to Kamala Harris, just like that. So the person that we don't have a trust in his judgment has basically selected for us who our candidate is going to be to face Donald Trump. Now, I've said from the very beginning that what we want is we want the strongest person that we have to go against the Trumpster. And I don't think she's it. I think she's got a good chance to win, but she does have some downside. So, they're going to pound on her probably for the next, how much time is left? Let's see, today's, I think, the 20th of August. So you're looking at a little bit short of three months to go. So once she comes out of the convention, she'll get a little bounce, but even right now, she's basically just even with him. And that's not going to make it. She's got to be way ahead to beat him, particularly in the swing states. So, she's going to be the one. So I sure hope it works out. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about tonight. I think that's about it. I know that's not a lot of stuff to talk about, but because I have been kind of a little bit down with this allergy thing, I just haven't been myself, my usual perky self. I did do some work outside today. I cut some wood and that sort of thing, but I'm not rolling yet. I have been doing cartoons. I did a couple of cartoons today, and I think over the last 2 days I've done about 5 cartoons, and I've got a list of topics that I want to do cartoons on. So maybe what I should do is when I get about 10 of them, I'll just lay them out and take pictures of all of them and put them in a video. I just don't know how to edit them in yet, so I may just do one video that's just nothing but cartoons. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in. And once again, I apologize for not having more to expound upon, but I will do better in the days ahead. And thanks for sticking with me. All right? So we will see you tomorrow night. Thanks again. Good night.